are you guys excited for the boxing match on Friday?
What boxing match?
It's Mike Tyson, Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson,
Oh,
Jake
finally.
Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my thoughts on it if Jeremy wants to go first, but I have.
fuck.
Yeah,
I have my
I
thoughts
have
on
my
this.
thoughts.
curious. Oh my god.
I'm curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are.
I have deep
because-
levels of insight.
Do you?
No,
she
I
don't know
don't,
about
but
that.
I did see one of the recent training videos from Mike Tyson. I think
Yeah.
he's 56.
He's going to be
He's good-
58.
he's getting a
He's
little older.
50.
Yeah, okay.
He's 58.
So
Yeah.
the speed of that man's punch at that age, holy shit.
4
Pretty
rounds.
impressive.
Let's
Respect.
Yeah.
let's let Beardo go and let Beardo say all the
Mike,
things
you know nothing
he's
about
gonna
combat
say.
sports. No, I want to hear what Jeremy thinks first.
Excuse me, motherfucker.
Wait, what combat sport have you done?
I grew up fucking watching boxing. I watched Mike Tyson.
Also,
So
I'm
have I.
pretty sure.
So
I'm
have I.
also
Wait,
pretty sure
what
Mike
combat
watched the
sport have you
MMA for a
done?
long time.
I
Well,
watch
combat-
MMA, bro.
I've rolled. I've rolled in jiu-jitsu.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Listen.
I also did wrestling,
Okay,
Beardo.
well, hold on.
Cool.
Hey, this wasn't supposed to be a dick measuring contest. I just want to know what you think about the boxing.
Well,
Here's
Mike
the thing.
started
Always
it.
does.
Mike started it
No,
with
I
this
didn't
nonsense.
fucking start it.
Jeremy,
Have
go
you
for it.
ever been on a Geeks and Gamers stream? That's all we do is fight
Here's
and
the thing.
argue. Hey guys, let's not have confrontations.
I don't really do that. I kind of like
Our
everybody.
basement over here.
What are you talking about, Jay? You immediately you made Craig leave.
Is Craig really part of G&G?
No, but he was on the stream and you made him leave.
I love that Jay's like, he's not one of us. He's not
Craig,
What was
one of
that,
us. Okay?
Dan?
What?
I just
No, go
text
ahead.
Greg and
No, no, no.
apologized.
Go ahead, Beardo.
So Tyson
I'm not trying
versus
to fight.
Jake Paul.
Yeah,
Go
well,
ahead,
Beardo
Beardo.
has to
Go
say.
ahead.
Obviously, hang on, wait.
I
'cause
know
he was
nothing
gonna-
about combat
Jeremy's
I'll
gonna-
finish it. No,
The
I'll,
key-
I'll go
I
last.
know
I'll go
nothing about
last.
combat sports.
Oh my
What
goodness.
the fuck do I know
I'll
about
go
The
last.
combat
key
sports?
to this whole thing is a word, stamina. Okay. A word that no. Beardo
Stamina.
said it. And, so this is a whole thing now. Apparently, he was making a big point on Sports Wars, and he said stamina instead of stamina.
kind of
It
Yeah.
rolls off the tongue better. It does.
Okay,
it really
so
doesn't.
I don't know what to think about this. I know that like there's the Mike Tyson aura that has always been a thing, and Mike Tyson obviously was one of the most dangerous human beings on the planet in his prime. He was must-see TV. He was incredible. And he's still not someone that you would want to fuck with, for sure. At 57, yeah, he's going to pack a punch. He's going to pack a hell of a punch for a very short period of time. He truly doesn't have any stamina that will take him beyond the first round where he's going to be competitive. On the other side, you have Jake Paul, who is a master marketer. And I don't know if I should ever take these guys seriously in any of their fights. I don't know if this is still professional wrestling level or not. I have no idea. I don't know if this is a work. I don't know how to take this. So with all of that said, if it is a straight up fight, which I'm not sure it is or isn't, if it's a straight up fight, as much as I want to say that Mike Tyson's going to walk in there and beat the living shit out of him, I don't really see that that's going to happen because of Mike's age. So that's where I'm at with it. Go ahead, Beardo.
No, Mike can go first.
Yeah, because Beardo wants the last word.
You guys are women. Good lord.
I
I'm
know.
really
He
interested in
wants
what
to have the
Beardo
last
has
word.
to say.
Here's the thing: the biggest thing that we know is that power is the last thing to go with any boxer. We watched George Foreman. Now, granted, George Foreman was significantly younger than Mike was when he came back, but he was knocking people the fuck out. And part of it was because boxing as a sport was very diluted at that time. There weren't as many champions as when George was boxing in his heyday. I think we're seeing the same thing, and it's. A lot of boxers will tell you that Jake is a legitimate boxer, that he legitimately has knockout power. He has actually fought some legitimate opponents, and they have said the guy can box and he knows what he's doing. I think that Mike's boxing IQ is higher than just about any other person's in the sport, and I think that can't be counted out when it comes to
What about Floyd?
What he's planning on, well, except for Floyd.
Yeah, and guess what happened with Floyd and a fucking Paul brother? Floyd just danced around the fucking ring and made it look like it was a real fight so they could get a big fucking payday.
Yeah,
because he would have
true.
beat the living
But
shit out of Logan Paul if it was a real fight.
He absolutely would have.
But Floyd and that's what I'm worried about with this.
That
is
is
it's
the
just a
biggest
payday.
concern.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's real.
That is the biggest concern. But the other question is Mike Tyson capable of turning it off enough to not just go after Jake and hurt him? Like I will say
If he
my
smokes
favorite.
a fat doobie before the fight, he'll be fine.
That's true if he gets high as fuck before, but he said he's not smoking weed anymore because it de-escalates him and it quiets Iron Mike. I don't know. I would love to see Iron Mike come back. I would love to see him beat up Jake Paul. But at the same time, if Jake Paul gets beat up by a 57-year-old man, he delegitimizes himself as a fighter.
Right.
And if he beats up Mike Tyson, he beat up a 57-year-old man.
And it's elder abuse.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
So-
It's kind of Rocky 6 at this point.
I want Beardo to have the last word. But
So-
Go ahead,
I just
Beardo.
wanna say something real quick.
So here's the deal. So with what Mike said about Mike Tyson, the last time we seen him fight was against Roy Jones Jr., and that was a few years ago. Mike Tyson was 55 or 56. That was a fucking joke. And they did have a backdoor deal. There was no headshots. Mike Tyson was pulling his punches when he was thrown to the head. It was body shots, really, and that was a draw. What we know about this fight opened up as a exhibition bout where it was going to go 6 rounds and they were going to wear 16-ounce gloves. And people were already talking shit on this fight where this is just pretty much a glorified exhibition. And then they changed the rules. Now they're going to go 8 rounds and wear 14-ounce gloves. No knockout clause, because there was a knockout clause at first where neither of them were allowed to knock each other out or else they would be disqualified and lose the fight. With what Mike is saying is true. The narrative is, if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul, what's the narrative? Well, Jake Paul lost to an old fucking man. If Jake Paul knocks out Mike Tyson, well, Jake Paul knocked out an old fucking man. Now, in no way, shape, or form is 58 years old an old man. But in combat sports, yeah, he's a grandpa. 58 years old is fucking ancient for combat sports. And I understand this is Mike Tyson. I get it. Now, we're going to the fight on Friday night. 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Jake Paul is 27 years old. Jake Paul has been fighting retired UFC fighters and has made a joke out of them. And the one time he fought a legitimate boxer and Tommy Fury whooped his fucking ass. In no way, shape, or form am I a Jake Paul fan. I actually despise Jake Paul, okay? He is not a real boxer in my eyes because when he fought a real boxer, he lost. He got his ass kicked. What this is right now, going back to my previous point about how we initially saw this fight as a 6-round exhibition, no knockout clause. This is for the money cash grab. This is for the bag. And a whole bunch of people checked out, a whole bunch of fans checked out because they saw the writing on the wall. So they changed the rules for us, the fans, the viewers. Now it's 8 rounds, 14-ounce gloves. They still have a backdoor deal. This is how it works. Like Jeremy said, this is a super promotion. They want the money. This is
Professional wrestling.
I have a question.
Exactly. This is a work. This is a work. Hold on. I'll get to your question.
No,
This
but it's relevant.
this is a fucking work. This is for both of them to get a payday. This is for both of them to seem like it's legit. I will tell you right now how this fight is going to end, and that is in a draw. This fight is going to end in a draw because neither one of these guys wants this against their professional record, because this is now a professional bout. This will go against their record. Mike Tyson in no way, shape, or form is going to have a loss on his professional record against Jake Paul. Jake Paul is no doubt he is not going to have a loss on his professional record against a 58-year-old man. It's not going to happen. Now let's play hyperbole here. If there is going to be a winner,
Hypothetical.
yes, hypothetically, if there is going to be a fucking winner,
It's not hyperbole. That'd be
it'll be
hypothetical.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul will win on points. He is going to run around. He is not going to take that knockout blow from Mike Tyson. If Mike Tyson is going to knock out Jake Paul, it's got to be in the first or second round early, really early.
So then
or
to
else Mike
clarify-
Tyson is going to be gassed.
Beardo.
Mike Tyson is going to be gassed.
Beardo, you were making such a good damn case, but then you hyperbole instead
Yes.
of
Fucked it up.
It's still the same thing. You need to listen. Listen.
It's not
listen.
the same
No,
thing.
it's not.
Mike
the same thing.
Mike
To
Tyson.
clarify,
Mike Tyson.
They removed the knockout clause.
They removed the knockout clause.
So why would they do that? So I
Because they
understand why
want to-
it makes for better, but people will tune in more. But
Yeah.
like, why would they do that on their end? Why would they allow that? Because, like you said,
because it's just
it's just for the viewers.
It's just for the viewers. It's just so the viewers think that they're getting what they pay for, because this is a Netflix exclusive. So you have to sign up for Netflix to watch this fight. So when they remove the knockout clause, that makes you seem like it's an official bout, that this is actually, because again, initially this was not going to go on their record. This was a exhibition, not recorded, no knockout clause. Now it is a real bout. There is no knockout clause, but that's just for us. That's just for the viewer to make it seem like it's an official fight, that it's for real. They have a backdoor deal. 100%. This is going to end in a draw, because there is no way that anybody wins in this fight.
What did the Money Mayweather and Logan Paul fight end? I can't remember. Did that end in a draw?
No. Mayweather won on points.
Mayweather won. He ain't gonna lose
on
that
point.
fight.
Okay,
But
but the whole thing.
There's no way that Money Mayweather's gonna lose his undefeated streak. Like,
yeah. So how long did that fight go? Didn't that fight go the whole time? Like, there was no knock.
It might have went. Did it go 8 rounds?
Yeah, like I remember watching that fight. It's been so long, but I remember it being such a waste of time, because Floyd Mayweather is easily one of the greatest boxers of all time.
He's the best
100%.
defensive boxer of all time.
And the fact that he just danced around with Logan Paul for all that time, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Go ahead.
Logan
Savvy.
Paul had one good round.
What's the likelihood Mike Tyson says screw it and just tries to knock him out in the first round?
That's
No.
the thing. That's
It
the
is
thing.
likely.
I don't know that he won't. That's not a possibility. I legitimately don't
listen.
know that that's not a possibility. That Mike doesn't.
Mike
lose
has
his
played.
shit.
Mike has played ball before. He's in the WWF. He did the whole thing with Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels. He'll if there's enough money involved, he's going to do what he needs to do. He'll bring it home. He just will. So look, that question is what they want people asking.
That's the other thing. There's 2 other things here that I also just do think is a little bit should be considered. One, Jake Paul gained a lot of fucking. I think he's at 230 right now. He gained a lot of fucking weight for this fight. And I know he says, hey, you know what, cool. But anytime somebody gains that much weight for a fight, stamina is always going to be a consideration. I do think that should be considered if maybe he's going to take real body shots to make it look real for Mike, and he doesn't want to just get knocked out right away, because Mike will fucking hurt you. He hurt Roy Jones in that fight when he punched him. Roy Jones was like, yo, it was like getting hit by a fucking hammer, bro. Like, he admitted it. Tyson still got, but Tyson can still bang, and you can get knocked out to the body. So I think that should be considered. The other thing is that Mike walked away from money on podcasting to train for this fucking fight.
Yeah,
he was
because
like,
he's going to make a lot more money off of this fight than he ever would being on podcast. They're both going to walk away with $10+ million.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I think that we're assuming that Mike is a sane human being too, and he's not. This is the man that went on Joe Rogan and said, yo, what's it like when you get hard thinking about hurting somebody? What's that mean? And Joe went, what? He goes, haha, that's funny. He goes, no, I'm serious, man. What is it like when you get hard when you think about killing somebody in that ring? And Joe was like, are you fucking serious? And then Joe, he's like, yo, I got my table bigger because I don't want to sit close to Mike. I don't want to sit that close to anybody anymore. I'm scared.
So real quick, I want to just wrap this up. What I'm saying. Mike has a good round and a half in him. He does. It's just a round and a half. Jake Paul is going to outlast him and win on points. If anybody's going to win, it's going to be Jake Paul. Mike Tyson has a round to knock him out. But I don't think that that's an option. I think that they both know that this is going to end in a draw, because there's a backdoor deal. It's a work, and they're going to collect the bag at the end of the day. The fans are going to leave disappointed. Hopefully they put on a good show and the fans aren't disappointed. Hopefully they believe that it's real. But it's going to end in a draw, because nobody, as far as the narrative goes, wants this on their professional record. Nobody. Because even if Mike Tyson wins, he beat a young fucking man. Mike Tyson is 58 years old. He's a fucking grandpa.
Hang on, let's
I don't
listen
think
to
Mike
this.
cares
Let's
about
listen to this
that.
classic right here.
Spinal.
Here we go.
Sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that? You
My
broke
back is broken.
what? A vertebrae or
Well,
what portion?
Spinal.
Spinal.
You did that in sparring?
No, I did it
He was
by
doing
a
sit-ups.
motorcycle accident. The doctor discovered I was doing my sit-ups 2,500 a day with my 20-pound weight. And one day I couldn't move anymore. And I asked the doctor, what's wrong? And he said, believe it or not, it's wearing your back is broken. It's like,
He had no idea how to respond to that. He goes, "What? What do you mean your back? is
Vertebrae?
Spinal.
Spinal."
Spinal.
All right, Jay, you played Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
Well, it took me about 6 months of tries, but I finally got Mike Tyson where I wanted him. I knocked him out in front of 4 friends, and I was the hero for the rest of the school year.
Did you
Oh,
beat
yeah.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Have you beat it, Dan?
No, never.
I've to this day I've never beat Mike
Hey,
Tyson.
I gotta do it.
What's-
I'm gonna do it live. I
What
decided.
sucks
I've
is you
never
can't
beat
play
him.
Mike Tyson anymore
Yeah, you can on the original.
unless
Yes,
you get
you
an.
can.
I don't have an
Yeah.
original, so
Yeah,
Yeah, Nintendo's not allowed to release that nowadays, man. You can
you
can
can
get
just
get
get,
an
buy the
NES.
classics.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can just get
Yeah.
an
The worst
NES
thing
and
on
play
that
it.
Mike Tyson game is you're getting all the way up, and then like the freaking Nintendo craps out. You know, you get
Yeah, because that game
it's
doesn't
like
have saves.
and you're like
Yeah,
your whole
Well-
life is
well,
over.
the beauty
that
of
game
that
doesn't
game
have saves. Yeah,
The beauty of that game is that, like, right now, if I was to use the code to get back to Mike Tyson right now, after not playing that game for 20 years, I would just get it would be a bloodbath. Just like, but the game,
Bro,
if you
and
play
that
through
game-
it, if you play through the game, like starting out with Glass Joe and working your way up, it teaches you like how
the game
each
does a
person,
great job to train you.
It
for
it's
Mike
all
absolutely
Tyson.
rhythm and
does.
However,
dancing.
Yes.
dude, you need to play. That's one of those games that you actually see the difference that it makes playing on a CRT with 0 input lag.
Yep.
The CRT is the only piece of technology that can do that. It's amazing. That has like at the same the input is in real time. No modern TV can do that. And in that game, you really notice that you need a CRT.
I was playing.
for
I
that
was
set of
streaming
stuff.
it last month, and I can't get past for some reason. I cannot get past Soda Popinski for some reason. I'm stuck on him now. And then someone in the chat someone said, "Hey Jay, there's someone that blindfolded himself and speed run Tyson's Punch Out, and they beat all the way up to Mike Tyson, and they won." I was like, so I put it on. I was like, I'm never
He
playing this
Asian?
game again. No, I was a white guy. Blindfolded
wow.
him. He just knew the
That's
dance.
impressive.
He just knew the dance. You know that Mike Tyson's game is all about a dance. Each
That's it. That's all it is. That's all it
This
is.
man
contender.
told Joe Rogan that he gets erections thinking about hurting people. That man is not sane.
Tyson?
He might
Yeah.
actually kill
Weird.
Jake Paul in this fight. He might just break Jake Paul's ribs and he might
Yeah.
just die in the
it's
ring.
not going to happen.
Let me- It's
not
listen,
gonna
man. I
happen.
don't. It just depends on if Hard Mike comes out. Iron Mike. He's talking about his
Hard
dick.
Mike.
He's gonna
It's-
fuck up Jake Paul.
It's not going to happen.
That's what I
man.
want to see happen. Is I want to see Mike just show up and he just fucking starts wrecking people again.
Listen,
just 'cause
I
he
wish
can't-
that
he
were
has
the
an
case.
erection.
I wish
He
that
has
were
a
the
fucking
case.
erection, huge fucking boner. He just shows up. He just punches Jake Paul one time.
Yeah.
Jake goes down. It's over.
Listen, I am no Jake Paul fan.
He takes
I
Jake Paul's
wish-
money too.
I
Because they can't
wish,
stop him.
I wish Mike Tyson would knock out Jake Paul. I wish that were going to be the case. But having to think realistically here, it's not going to happen.
This man bit off Evander Holyfield's ear, bro.
Yeah, 40 fucking years ago, dude.
It doesn't matter. He's still a
It
crazy
does.
motherfucker that bit his ear off.
You don't understand, man. You don't understand.
You don't understand.
This is a 50
This
Is it-
guy-
are you saying because he's black he doesn't understand?
This
No,
man
I'm
bit
saying-
off a man's
I-
ear 40 years ago. He's
what
not that
I'm
same
saying
guy.
is there is some nostalgia and delusion here when we're thinking about Mike Tyson.
There's a little bit of that, yeah.
There is nostalgia and delusion with thinking that the same Mike Tyson 40 years ago is the same guy that's going to step into the ring on Friday. It ain't going to happen.
You're going to act like his mental state is improved, Beardo?
I'm not.
From when he bit off a motherfucker's ear?
I'm saying mentally he might still be there. His body's not going to catch up, dude. He's 58 years old playing. This is a vigorous, gruesome combat sport, okay?
Man hungers for flesh.
It's not going to happen. I wish it were. Listen, I am on your side. I wish Mike Tyson
He's pulling a Skip Bayless where he's saying it's not going to happen, but he's saying, I wish it does, and I'll be happy if it does. That way, if it does happen, go, I'm happy it happened.
That's not what I'm doing. Listen, I don't listen to Undisputed. I don't watch Undisputed or First Take.
Disputed's been
I'm being serious
over
here.
for a while.
I wish Mike Tyson would. But realistically, we're talking about a 27-year-old kid versus a 58-year-old fucking man.
Shannon Sharp.
Kid.
That makes me Shannon Sharp, and I'm okay with that.
Grown man.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna let you finish, Beardo, but
okay.
I don't know. You sound kind of crazy.
Listen, that's the best thing that Ben has ever brought to this show is that discussion. You actually did something.
Ben
decent.
will occasionally drop something on the table, and you go, "Oh, okay, you redeemed yourself."
Final thought: it's going to be a draw.
Jeremy, please, can you do this?
Let's go!
It's gonna
done.
All right, you owe me a book.
Yeah. All right.
Mike Tyson's gonna beat that young man up. He said in the interview,
he said, "That young boy is a young lad."
He said, what did he say in the interview? He goes, I fully intend to hurt that young man.
All right.
That's some scary shit, man.
I will say this. I like, out of all the Tyson stuff recently, is the one where he goes, I'm voting for Trump. What are you going to do about it? And then the MC's like, well, I'm going to disagree with you.
No. And then he goes like, so what?
So what are you going to do about it?
It's great. It's great.
Did you guys see the new face-to-face interaction they did, the new interview where Jake Paul gets him a gift? He gets Mike Tyson a gift, and it's a pet bird. It's a dove. And Mike Tyson takes the dove and he goes, oh, this is great. I'm going to feed it to my falcon.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Good old Mike Tyson, man. He's a freaking legend.